All right, it is Friday, September 19th, and this is the Bet Big Talk Loud podcast. I'm your host, Chris Hodge. I got the one and only JR with me. We're going to have some fun for Friday here, and lots to talk about.
There is a lot going on out.
Lots going on in the world, lots to talk about, and we don't just talk about sports. We talk about what's going on in society. We obviously bring sports and sports wagering into it. We give out some free picks here. But, boy, I tell you, man.
How'd your free pick do last week, by the way?
Really? Really? You didn't start it when I won the free pick the week before, huh? Really?
You started the first podcast with the Steelers loser.
I got beat on a 55-yard field goal by a college player. I had Clemson last week as the free pick. All right. That's what we're going to do today? That's what we're going to do? Okay. No problem.
Isn't that why we do the podcast? We're supposed to have fun, right? We got to beat up on each other without actually beating up on each other.
I mean, I can go with the producers 2-13 against me in our basketball shooting game. In
Mr. Producer.
He's 2-13. He wants to cut it. Look at him. He wants to cut it. Look at it. Look what he wants to do.
Oh, you're editing already?
He wants to cut the video. Look at this. A minute and 11 seconds
Isn't he also the one that you actually, because you beat him in all of the fair games, that you actually have to play some kind of nonsense like
I'm not listen.
Trick shot game?
I play
and you're beating him at the trick shots now.
Kobe Bryant had a great comment about why he never entered a dunk contest against Vince Carter.
Vince Carter was amazing.
And that comment was, I'm only entering in things I know I can win. It's me playing a producer. I'm not playing him in pool or ping pong where I can get my dick knocked in and lose thousands of dollars. Get the hell out of here.
We could play some ping pong, boy. I will say, Mr. Producer's the best ping pong player in the group by a long shot. We used to play a ton together.
Pretty good, man.
Oh, he's pretty good. He could toy with you if he wants.
Let's go to some social events this week. Unless you're hiding under a rock, you know someone lost their job on ABC. And I don't know. I'm confused. I really am.
I never liked his show. I thought he sucked anyway. But I mean,
tell him how you really feel.
Listen, forget about politics and the fact that they're left. Forget about all that. Comedy's comedy. I actually like Jimmy Fallon. I think he's funny. I don't watch him all the time, but clips I see, you can tell he's out there having fun. This Kimmel, he's been a piece of garbage from day one. This is a guy that got his start on The Man Show with what's his name? Adam.
You got me. I don't even know what the hell you're talking about right now.
Comedian. You never heard of The Man Show?
Adam Sandler?
No. Adam. It'll hit me in a minute. But those two started a show together. It was called The Man Show. It was nothing but tits, tits and ass. And
how good could it have been? You don't even remember the guy's name. How good could that be? I mean, I like to think
Adam Carolla. There you go. Okay. Adam Carolla.
I like to think after this show, people at least remember our names. Chris Hodge, JR.
Mine's not too hard to remember. I mean, it's pretty easy. 2 letters, JR. You know how many guys ask me if I wear cowboy boots and a cowboy hat from the old Dallas show? J.R. Ewing.
Here's the thing with this. I've heard a lot this week about free speech. I've heard this going on, and I'm confused. I really am confused, okay? Because free speech, you can go say whatever you want to say, and what the Constitution protects you from is going to jail. That's what it protects you from. But if you have an employer, okay, and you say something that is bad for the employer, that employer has the right to fire you. You are not protected under free speech in that regard. However, you are protected, as you should be,
to say
from the government putting you in jail.
Absolutely.
And that's the difference.
And that's why people are calling it cancel culture. It's not cancel culture.
This is ridiculous.
It's consequence culture.
Correct.
That's what it is.
Correct.
There are consequences for your actions. You can go back, and it's on both sides of the aisle. Look, Tucker Carlson back, 4 or 5 years ago, was talking about the election being rigged. He got thrown off Fox. It was the #1 draw on Fox News.
Get out.
They got him out. And by the way, you can go back and see Jimmy Kimmel talking all kinds of smack about him and making jokes, which was actually funny. If you go back and you look at the Kimmel bit about Tucker Carlson getting fired, it's funny. It's good comedy. But you can't say things about guys that just got assassinated.
Yeah, that's a bad one.
And put out straight out false narratives.
Yeah, that's a bad one. And then cry when you get fired.
And then cry about it.
I love that. And I'm going to say it.
$150 million.
Right. I'm going to say it, man. I'm going to say it. The hypocrisy of this is amazing.
Oh,
okay?
It's
so
incredible.
You're going to celebrate a guy being assassinated, which we spoke about last week, which is one of the most deplorable, disgusting things you could possibly do. But then you're going to cry when you lost your job. That's one of the most ridiculous, nonsensical things that you could. But that's where we are in society right now, and that's why everyone hates each other.
There are some people in this world that really believe that the world was written for them. right?
Sure.
And they just
The elites.
They just
Absolutely.
don't. Anything that doesn't go their way is wrong.
Yeah, the elites.
And how dare you?
Absolutely.
But everything on around them, all of that's okay.
And listen, I'll take it back to sports right now. Me and you have been railing about this for a year and a half now. I cannot believe, and I'm not allowed to mention their names, okay, which I won't, but there are sports books out there that are releasing 14 parlays telling you to bet them for $10. 3,000 to 4,000 people every single night bet these things, and they have no shot at winning. So the people out there, the gamblers, you gamblers are actually listening to what the sports books are telling you to do.
The guy that's taking your action, you're going to take their advice on what to bet. That'd be like sitting down at a blackjack table with the owner of the casino, and he tells you when to hit and when to stay.
Right, yeah,
and he's looking at his card. You guys got to stay. You guys got to stay. I'm going to hit. And he looks at oh, no, wait, we're going to stay too. I mean,
your analogy was a lot better than the one I was coming up with.
It's downright absurd.
Yeah,
and
that's a good one.
There are so many conflicts of interest right now going on in the sportsbook world. I mean,
absolutely.
you've got again, I don't even know if we're allowed to say names. You've got
don't say names.
You got big names in basketball, in football, that are promoting sports books on commercials. This was where you couldn't even mention sports books existed.
And then
5 years ago. Now you can promote them.
I love the athletes, right, that come on and say, I don't care about your parlay, like when they miss a shot in basketball or they miss a field goal in football, like whatever. I don't care about your parlay, but you care enough to take the sports book's money to do a commercial.
Do you think that they were ever in the huddle and asking, hey, is anyone in here mic'd up? And then, no one's mic'd up. Do you guys want to cover tonight?
I mean, you see some of the videos on some NBA players sitting on the sidelines, and they're like living and dying with every shot when the team's up 16. You know what's going on.
I mean, come on, man. And look, before sports betting went legal, right? They always said that this would be a problem. I believe, and I still do, strong believer that make it legal so that you can see what's going on, because now all the bets are going through legalized sportsbook. Uncle Vinny at the pizza parlor isn't taking that action. It's going through one of the big names, and now look at how many investigations have already happened in the last few years.
Listen,
guys getting suspended for a year.
This is an easy fix. The sportsbooks just don't want to do it. And why? Because the sportsbooks make money off of it.
They love money.
This is why they don't want to do it. Just get rid of player props. Just get rid of them. Right? They
never were there before.
They were never there, or at the very least, get rid of under. Say you cannot do an under with a player prop. You can only bet the over, or you can't bet it. Just get rid of the under.
I never thought of that.
Oh, because
that's actually a great idea.
You think about it, it's unfair, right? It's really unfair. Let's say there's a basketball player, any name. It doesn't matter. I don't want to mention anyone's name. But let's say his
Beasley?
under, over, anyone. No, you got to bring up Beasley. Oh, my God. Let's say it's 25.5. Let's just say the guy has a bad game. I don't know. It's happened once or twice before.
Beasley?
Let's just say he's had a bad game. Remember something, though? He was cleared. He was cleared.
I agree with it. I don't think he cheated.
Right. But let's say they just have a bad game. Now everyone is questioning his total. And God forbid, there's a group out there that just happened to bet 10,000 on his under and just happened to get it right.
And then the book can turn around and say, we're not paying you.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing,
because we think there was something going on there.
Right. Yeah, that's beautiful,
like there was a guy that hit a parlay.
Baseball parlay.
During the home run derby.
No, not the derby. Just a night. Just a regular night for home runs.
I mean, what was it, $10 into
Yeah, it turned into some
110,000?
ridiculous number.
And they didn't pay anyone.
Yeah,
they didn't pay any of them. And they changed their rules and regulations the next day.
It's beautiful.
I don't understand how they get away with it. And then we say, how do they get away with it? Well,
they can do whatever they want.
Well, because people will complain to the state. In most states, the state's making more money than the sports book. So they're going to do something about it. They have an interest in it, too. It's downright incredible. I'm trying to watch my words this week. I was told too many curse words in the last podcast.
Yeah,
so
it wasn't that bad.
It'll be a little easy.
It wasn't that bad. Let me get to my free pick today because I did lose it last week. Who wants to hear you big crybaby? I'm going to go with Baylor. Baylor's playing Arizona State. First of all, I think it's going to be a great game because these two quarterbacks that are playing in this game, they have potential to win the Heisman Trophy, both of these quarterbacks.
Both.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
The quarterback from Arizona State is really, really good.
Looks really good.
He has all the twos. I think he's going to be a really, really good professional quarterback when the time comes. I really do. The kid from Baylor is off to a great start. Bunch
Well,
of
it goes
touchdowns.
to show you also they didn't need Cam Scatterbo, right? I mean, Scatterbo
You needed him in college, but I mean, it's not like
I
they're
agree,
killing
but
him.
now, without him there, they're putting up
Still,
points.
listen, but they did lose to Mississippi State, though.
They did.
They did lose to Mississippi State on the road by 4. They had that game. They were down
They
early.
should have won
back.
that game, yes.
Should have won it. But I think it's a tough spot. Baylor at
That was
night.
the defense, though, not the offense.
Yeah, Baylor at night. Well, the offense in that game only put up 20.
I know, but still.
Baylor at night, tough spot. Baylor minus 2.5. That is going to be my free pick. We'll get to JR's free pick in about 7 or 8 minutes there. Let's talk about some NFL. You know what? Let's talk about some college first. There are some big games out there. Miami's playing Florida. I don't know if that's constituted as a big game because Florida sucks right now. But Florida played well against LSU last week.
I don't know.
We
how
used
they did.
LSU last week.
And I don't understand that because we watched Florida the first couple of weeks. Even when they won 52 to whatever, they
that was against LIU.
Yeah, but they look like garbage. Even
Yeah,
though
they
they won,
didn't look good.
they just didn't look
And
good.
they
I
lose
remember you
outright.
even saying to me, this Florida team is not going to be good this year. And then I said to you, this LSU team could be one of the best in the country. I mean, they're right there.
I still think that's true.
They're right there,
I still
one or
think that's
two.
true.
I mean, I think right now they'd probably lose to Ohio State, but still,
Yep, I agree.
I think the best defense by far in the country, I think, LSU. I would be betting under left and right in LSU matchups if you get the right matchup, but still.
Listen, so the top teams in the country, in my opinion, I don't trust Miami yet because crystal ball. You can't trust them just yet, but they are very talented. I think until someone actually beats Ohio State, they are the cream of the crop, obviously.
Obviously.
Penn State, due to their schedule.
It's amazing. He almost got fired a year ago. Isn't it crazy?
Well, when you lose to
When
Michigan.
you lose to Michigan,
When you
yeah.
lose
I
to
mean,
Michigan,
still.
No one cares. It was almost like, they asked Ohio State fans, and this poll was not 100%. Would you have rather beaten Michigan and not won the national title as opposed to losing to Michigan and winning the national title? Now,
Come on, that's
the poll
easy.
was very high, but about 23% of Ohio State fans said they would have rather have beaten Michigan.
You gotta
That's how much you hate Michigan.
You got to be a moron.
I'll take the national title.
Yeah, I'll take the national title every day.
Take the national title. What do you care, right? Like we lost the game.
Seriously,
Right.
I've got the trophy. So what?
Right.
You beat me one game.
Right.
I
I
beat everybody.
Yeah, I'll tell you, man. That rivalry is a real rivalry.
Shit, you got 100 years under your belt.
The best story in sports history, I believe, and I don't want to, divert too much, but the best sports story in history is Woody Hayes, not buying gas in Michigan. His car ran out of gas.
I've never heard this one. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, he pushed the car
through Michigan.
It wasn't far away, through the state line to buy gas in Ohio.
That's a guy with some issues. I would say just slightly off.
I mean,
We're not buying. Are you sure there was just no gas stations around?
Listen.
If you're telling me he pushed it past a gas station.
Anyone in Ohio who's an Ohio State fan, please write in or say if that story's true.
Because I tell you this, I tell my wife, you're not allowed to get gas at Citgo. Now it's changed, but they were owned by the Venezuelan government. And Venezuela was a communist government. I mean, the dictatorship, the whole night. Not a fan. We're not buying gas from them. I'm not supporting Venezuela and communism.
I'm not going to lie.
It's not in my bones.
I'm not going to lie.
You go to the cheapest one.
No, not at all. I tell my wife there better be gas in the car. I don't care where she got it from. How many times have you got the car?
Does your wife do what mine does, where you get in the car and it says 11 miles
Empty.
left?
How?
I'm like, are you
Why?
not scared? She's like, I'll go down to 3 miles left. At a half a tank I'm looking to fill up. Are you kidding me?
I said to her, my wife had the...
I get nervous when it's at a quarter tank. I'm like, holy shit, I'm going to break down on the side of the road.
My wife got a ticket for...
And I've never ran out of gas in my life.
Of course
I
not.
say. Ever. Not once.
My wife got a ticket for inspection overdue. And you don't mind if you miss that.
A lot of the country doesn't know what an inspection is.
A car inspection. It's every year, right? And you don't mind if it's 2 weeks over. But when it's 4 months over, like, were you not getting in the car every day? Did you not notice it said October and it's January?
You never let it go past months on end?
What is wrong with you?
It's an inspection.
Stop it, bro.
You know how many inspection tickets I've gotten?
Give out your free play in the NFL. Go ahead.
I guess
my wife divorces me.
We need to make guys money because you don't want to be doing it on his games. You're gonna get all over my game because all I do is when I beat this guy every year in this bet. So we're doing it on air this year. It's gonna all be documented. He can take. Well, I actually like your pick this week. I'm not going to beat you up. Last week, Clemson, I told you on air you were going to lose that pick. I said you had no confidence when you gave it out. You're like,
you did say that.
Kind of like a little bit of Clemson. And I cut you off and said, hey, no way, you're losing that game.
You did say that.
This week, I'm going to put it out once again. We went with the Rams last week to beat up on the Tennessee Titans. Tennessee Titans are still 0-2. One of the worst teams in the NFL. Cam Ward's going to be a serviceable quarterback. He's not right now. The defense for that team plays well in the first half, horribly in the second half. They're rebuilding. They're going to be decent, but not right now. And they're going against an Indianapolis team, which, yes, if it wasn't for that call at the end of the game against the Broncos, they're going to be 1-1. They get the call, they hit the field goal, they're 2-0. Daniel Jones, well, ex-Giant, so playing great football right now. We knew that was going to happen. Jonathan Taylor running the football better than effectively. Their defense could be better. Could be better, and we'll expect them to be in this game this week against Tennessee. And the only reason Tennessee was even in the first game one of this with Denver was because of 4 turnovers. That was the only reason, and they both had 4 turnovers. So, look, they're not a clean team right now. They're going to continue to get smashed up, and this Indianapolis team is definitely better than most think. Look from the steamroll them. The line's going up, by the way. It opened up at 3.5, went to 4.5. By the time it gets to kickoff, it could be 5.5. So I would get that in early. Get all over see how I do it with confidence? Get all over the Indianapolis Colts and put your phone down.
So Daniel Jones to go 3-0.
Yes. Ex-Giant Daniel Jones.
Throw the ex-Jet in there, Sam Darnold.
Yep.
Throw the other ex-Jet in there, Geno Smith.
How did Geno Smith go on to have such
the Jets?
He's having a great career.
The Jets.
When I watched him with the New York Jets, I'm not a fan of the Jets, obviously, but we watch all games. When I watched him with the Jets, I was like, oh, my God, this kid looks like he's a JV student playing with professional athletes.
The Jets.
He looked horrible. Somehow Pete Carroll put a little magic
better coach
dust on him, and all of a sudden he actually looks like a formidable opponent.
And he's good in
And I just can't get it out of my mind how bad he was with the Jets. I love going against him.
And then Sam Darnold goes to Minnesota last year.
I'm still not sold on Sam.
I mean, listen,
he did good last year.
He's playing well this year.
KOC is unbelievably good at handling young quarterbacks or guys that need a little bit of work. I mean, we've seen that already. J.J. McCarthy's, I don't know. I'm on the fence with him. Well,
there's nothing to judge.
There's nothing to judge.
You don't know enough.
Games, I know. But he played so good in week 1, and then week 2 was like a complete fall-off. So
let me bring up next Friday's podcast, which is definitely one you guys are going to want to tune into because we got the one and only Chanel Maxwell coming on, former Playboy Playmate of the Month. Yeah, that's a tough one to say. Former Playboy Playmate of the Month, Chanel Maxwell, very pretty girl. She's with girls.gamble.live. She's very personable, very bubbly, really knows her hockey.
You were telling me about that. Knows hockey.
Knows her hockey, man. She
we
can't
don't
wait
have
for
a
the
lot
NHL.
of hockey experts that we bring on, so that I think a pretty face and actually knows hockey, that could be fun.
Yep, she is going to be on next week, so we're very excited to have Chanel Maxwell on next Friday, the Bet Big Talk Loud podcast, so make sure you tune in to that. I'm sure everyone's going to be very happy with that video.
That's the reason we brought the camera in, right?
Well, we did the first 2 podcasts. It's the only third one of Bet Big Talk Loud. But, we've gotten so much positive feedback. And also, I like when we get negative feedback as well because it makes you better.
You're doing wrong.
You got to know what you're doing
wrong.
You
got to know.
And, people say one thing or the other, and I just laugh either which way because I really don't care. But we got a lot of positive feedback. They like what we're doing here. And look, here's the thing about this podcast. We're just 2 regular guys talking about what's going on in the world, talking about what's going on in sports, wanting to give you guys gambling picks to make sure you guys make money in sports wagering because that's what it's all about. The sports book shouldn't just make all the money. You should make some money,
You
too.
really thought, I thought, I don't know why I was dumb enough to think this, that when it went legal, that it would really clean things up and it would get better.
Got worse.
For the player.
Got worse.
It has gotten so much worse. Do you remember, we talked about this in the last podcast. I remember nickel lines. Like baseball, nickel lines. Now, if you want to buy just a half a point, or they don't even let you buy a half a point anymore.
You got to buy a whole point.
Full point, and they charge you 25 cents.
Yeah.
It's insane. I can't believe how much worse it's got. I'm just waiting on, if they even allow it, a licensed sportsbook to come up and be like, hey, listen, we're going to be the book that you want to deal with. We're willing to take more action. We're willing to allow you to buy half a point. All that kind of good stuff.
Yeah, that's probably not going to happen, but as this podcast goes along, we'll continue to talk about that and give ideas that we think can make this whole thing better. Hope you enjoy listening to the Bet Big Talk Loud podcast. Go check out TakingVegas.com. Also, next week, don't forget, Chanel Maxwell joining us on Friday. Everyone out there, hope you guys have a great weekend. Win some money. I had Baylor. JR had the Colts. Let's go 2-0. Have a great day, everyone.